established Rich coming right back at you. Today, we have to talk about something that is going to quietly change the music game forever. Billboard has officially decided that YouTube will no longer count towards its charts. And whether people want to admit it or not, this is a huge moment. This is not a technical change. This is a power shift.
And YouTube will soon no longer supply data to Billboard's music charts starting next month. The company's global head of music made the announcement Wednesday. YouTube said the formula Billboard uses to compile its charts doesn't put enough value on ad-supported streams. To date, streams listened to by free users who see ads have been considered less valuable or important than paid subscribers. YouTube said it will halt data delivery to Billboard starting January 16th.
What happened is that Billboard made an update to their policy saying that overall streaming is going to count more towards your Billboard chart position. They're trying to align with consumer behavior and how people are listening to music. And YouTube didn't like that because they are heavily supported by ad revenue, which is considered a free stream. So YouTube clapped back and they were like, well, guess what? Starting January, we're just not going to send y'all any more data. And so starting January 16th, it doesn't matter if you have 100 million streams on your music video, if that's where most of your fans are listening to your music, none of it is going to count towards the Billboard Hot 100, the Billboard 200, or any of the chart positions. So who wins from this? Basically, major labels win. Or if you're an artist that is heavily focused on DSPs like Spotify, Apple Music, that's where most of your fans are consuming your music, you win. But if you're an artist that has a lot of YouTube subscribers and a ton of your fans listen to your music there, unfortunately, this is kind of an L for you.
For years, artists have been told that streams matter, but what they really meant was certain streams matter. Spotify counts, Apple Music counts, but the platform where most people actually discover music, that's the one they're now saying doesn't count. And when you heard people like Russ calling this out, they were not complaining. They were warning you. Billboard called their own formula outdated. Think about how crazy that is to say out loud. They are admitting that the system was never built for how people consume music today. And instead of updating it, they're protecting it. That's why Bootleg Kev agrees with Russ, because this move doesn't fix relevance. It loses it. If you tell fans that their listening habits don't count, then they won't change their habits. They'll change what they respect. This is why artists like NBA YoungBoy matter in this conversation. You cannot erase numbers just because they don't fit your business model. YoungBoy has been one of the most played artists on YouTube for years. Not months, years. And if those fans don't count, what are we really measuring? Industry approval or real people? Now let me talk directly to the artists watching this, because this change is not a loss, it's a reveal. Billboard was never your goal. It was just a scoreboard that taught you how to care about it. When Lil Cohen says every fan matters, he's telling the truth, but he is also exposing a lie. Fans matter until they don't fit the business structure. That's what this decision makes clear. This is why Bootleg Kev is right when he says only certain people will care about Billboard. The ones whose bonuses depend on it. Artists don't get paid from prestige. They get paid from attention. And attention lives on YouTube. Discovery lives on YouTube. Reaction culture lives on YouTube. Community lives on YouTube. So what happens if YouTube decides to create its own music charts? Suddenly, Billboard is not the only judge in the room. And when there's more than one scoreboard, artists have options. Options create power. This is why this moment is actually healthy for hip-hop. It makes the industry stop pretending there's only one path to validation. We are entering an era where artists can be big without permission, where success don't need a stamp. This don't mean Billboard is dead. It means Billboard is no longer the final word. And for the first time in a long time, that's a good thing. This is the part people need to sit with. Charts were never the dream. They were the measurement. And measurements change when the world changes. Music already has. If you're an artist right now, this is not the time to panic. This is the time to build where your people already are. Your fans are not on a spreadsheet. They in the comments. They in the reactions. They in the shares. And the platform that holds that power don't need Billboard to confirm it. It just needs people to keep showing up. History always moves like this. The old system fights the new one until the new one don't need it no more. This moment is not about YouTube losing its value. It's about Billboard admitting it don't control the culture anymore. And once that reality sets in, everything else starts to change. This is not the end of the conversation. It's the start of a new one. And if you smart, you're not asking where you chart. You asking where you connect. Because connection lasts longer than position. And that's where the real careers are built. And I want to leave you with this part because this is the part that really matters. This whole Billboard and YouTube situation is not about numbers. It's about control and who gets to decide what success looks like. For decades, artists were taught to chase a single scoreboard. And if you didn't land there, you were told you didn't matter. But the world doesn't move like that anymore. And the culture certainly does not. Fans don't care about formulas. They care about how music makes them feel. They care about connection. They care about access. And most importantly, they care about consistency. None of that comes from the chart. This is why this moment is actually freeing for artists. It exposes the fact that you never needed permission in the first place. You needed people, and you already have them. If your music is being played, shared, talked about, and reacted to, and you are winning, whether a company says it or not. Billboard can change the rules, but they cannot change how people listen. They can remove metrics, but they cannot remove impact. This is why I tell artists all the time, build where you are seen. Build where you get heard. Don't build your career around a system you don't control. Build it around an audience that does. This is not about taking sides. This is about seeing the game clear. The music industry is no longer a gate, it's a network. And networks don't need approval to grow. They just need participation. So if you're an artist watching this, don't panic. Get focused. Don't chase validation. Chase relationships. Because when you have people, you always have power. And when the noise dies down, that's who's gonna still be there. Not a chart position, but a community. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.